What's going on, everyone? Vince DeLonginier here. I am at Echo headquarters in Lake Zurich, Illinois to test out their brand new battery backpack blower, the DPB-5800T. Here's Jason Wilk, Echo's product manager, to tell you all about it.
I think everyone's aware we actually invented the world's first gas-powered blower back in 1975. So this is our first take at a 56 volt backpack blower. So some of the things that we did was actually incorporated 3-port battery compartments here. Obviously, blowers take a lot of power when you use them, right? They consume that power out of those batteries pretty quickly. We wanted to give you the maximum runtime. So we designed this with the industry's only 3-port battery configuration for the longest runtime. We incorporated actually a design we pulled out of the engineering closet from like the mid-90s to late 90s, where we used to have a roll cage around all our backpack blowers that you'd literally be able to toss out of the back of a truck and they could tumble and pick them right back up and use them. Batteries are expensive, so we designed this with this roll cage to protect those batteries, and this will even protect the larger 8 amp hour batteries. We knew that battery was in the works when we were developing this, so we ensured that it also accommodated the larger battery here. You'll see posi lock tubes on all the Echo blowers. Some things that look similar to gas but are different is this grip control. Rubber over molded grip looks exactly like the one you find on the PB580. However, we got a series of lights on this unit here. So we have 2 banks of lights. We have 4 on top, 3 on the bottom. The 3 on the bottom relate to the battery ports. So if I remove a battery and then I re-engage this, it'll actually show that there's no battery in battery port number 2. There's some diagnostics in there. So if you snap in 3 batteries, you're going to work, and you have a defective battery or something's going on with that one, it'll actually tell you, hey, something's wrong with battery 1, battery 2, battery 3, right? And you can kind of use that for diagnostics. So if it says, hey, my battery 1, there's an issue with it, and I move battery 1 over the battery 2, and it says, oh, now your battery 2 has an issue with it, I know the issue's with the battery, not the unit, right? So there's some diagnostics in there. So with the top level, this is an accumulation of all the battery capacity put together. So it's constantly calculating how much power you have in all 3 batteries and giving you kind of a fuel gauge. So if I take out 2 batteries and I engage it, it's gonna say I have a full tank because I have a full charge on this 1 battery. Now if I start using it, you're gonna see that fuel gauge gonna drop pretty quickly because I'm pulling only from 1 battery. Now if I start adding additional batteries and I start using it, your fuel's gonna start dropping a lot slower because I'm pulling from a little bit out of each and combining it. So it's a combined fuel gauge of whatever battery capacity you have in here. This is compatible to 2.5s, the 5s, and the new 8s for allowing you to basically kind of customize whatever weight you want, right? So some of the backpack blowers have fixed type battery cartridges that, you know, the unit could be 38 pounds. Well, if that's too heavy for you, you can kind of customize it with what works good for you. So 2.5s, 5, 8s, or any mixture in between there. You can actually run 1 of each. You don't have to even keep with the same amp hour size in each port.
What's that going to be priced at?
So we're going to offer this 2 different ways. So bare tools, no batteries, no charger, $349. We're going to offer 1 kit, which will include 2 5 amp hour batteries. So you'll have an extra blank port if you need additional run times. You get an additional battery, and the new dual port charger that you saw today, and that's going to be $699.
And what are the like the power output newtons?
This is 25 newtons, so it's actually more powerful than our 58cc PB580 2-stroke model.
Okay.
And that is on turbo. One thing I did want to mention about turbo, if you've used our handheld blower, if you want turbo, you kind of have to push it and hold it, right? Which is kind of annoying for long kind of periods of leaf cleanup. This is a kind of a toggle version. So once I'm using it, turbo obviously gives you maximum power. If you wanted to run the whole charge at turbo, you could do that.
What'd you say the estimated runtime was?
So with 2 5 amp hour batteries, which is the kind of the standard kit, you're basically getting 30 minutes on high. If you want to go on turbo, you're going to cut that down to about 18 minutes. Okay. And then if you want maximum runtime, you could do 3 8s, and they'll actually give you up to 80 minutes of runtime at full speed and about 45 minutes on turbo, which is basically the tank equivalent to a tank of gas on a gas-powered unit.
And there you have it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you for joining.